Okay, I think I'm live. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so welcome. I missed my 11 a.m. for technical difficulties today. So I do apologize. I was going to try to do a morning one and an evening one. And well, that just kind of blew out the window today. So if you have not already gotten the download, the handout for this time around, I went ahead and put all of the essential oils in the handout for you so you do not have to worry about writing it all down. And I know a lot of you folks are going to watch this on replay, and a lot of people don't know that I do this. So I'm hoping that this will start to get word out about it. So, okay, let's see here. There we go. So to start, this month is the new moon in Pisces. I am going to be going live once a month, trying to teach you guys, or teach about, I should say, using essential oils with the new moons. Okay. New moons, after I took the moonology courses, I'm just about done with my certificate, which is kind of exciting, through Yasmin Boland, who I absolutely love and adore and follow. I noticed that there was kind of a piece missing that I am an expert in, and that's essential oils. I have been studying essential oils for so long, since 2000, and I guess about 11, maybe before that actually. But I actually went back to school and started taking courses on it and getting my certificates and things like that. So what I noticed in our field, though, in the aromatherapy field, is there is a lot, there's really the whole mystical, I guess, spirituality side that's kind of missing. There's a couple books out there that are fabulous. I mean, absolutely fabulous. But there's really not a lot out there working with the moon cycles. So if you follow my social medias, Soulful Crafting or Soulful Crafting Recipes on Instagram and Facebook, you will learn. You'll probably see cats buzzing around. I have 3 cats that love to get involved in what I'm doing. So if they buzz past me, you'll understand. But essential oils have just kind of gotten overlooked when it comes to the moon cycles. And there wasn't a lot of information. I've had to go back and do a lot of research, like back into even Culpeper and all these, back to see kind of when did astrology and plants start really working together. And they've been together forever. Let me just put it that way. I'm actually writing a 10-page research paper to finish off my advanced certificate in aromatherapy. And I'm excited. That's going to be my topic. I know. Woo. But anyway, so new moon in Pisces. I follow the astrological calendar when it comes to my life, in an essence, right? I do not follow the Gregorian calendar. So the astrological calendar is basically that runs on 12 equal parts, okay? And they're roughly 30-day intervals. And it starts in the spring, ultimately. So next new moon will be the biggest. If you are just catching me on replay, then you'll want to make sure you subscribe and you get onto my email list, because, and the link is in my chat that way. My link is my chat so that you can get the emails that come out regarding the new moons, because the end of March, spring new moon, is the first, and that's when we're going to really dig deep into setting your vision for the year. I don't do it in what's it called, at January. I am not a big vision board person in January, because we are in the winter blues. We are just kind of down and out with it being dark all the time. And honestly, that's not how the normal calendar started before the Gregorian calendar started. So, excuse me. This moon is Pisces, runs from February 19th to March 20th, and that ends the astrological year, which is really cool, okay? And now, This moon is a time for manifesting using creative visualization. So if you are doing a vision board, this is the time to really put some pictures to it. Okay. Even though I don't do my huge vision board right now, I start really getting my vision put together though. And then I start cutting out pictures if that's what I'm needing. And it's a time to put the pictures of the feelings that you started listing last month. Okay. So if you did my new moon last month, we wrote down a lot of feelings that were within the journaling prompts. Okay. And if you have my handout, I'm going to go over a handful of essential oils today. I'm going to go over some different recipes for them, but also I'm going to talk briefly about the journal prompts. Okay. And I think that it's really important that you start to learn how to use essential oils with the different moon cycles so that you can really create that manifestation that you're wanting to do, that the dream you're wanting to get out there, right? So, excuse me. Right now is also a really good time to look back over the past year and be proud of the things that you've accomplished, okay? Um, we're in the first day of the new moon phase for this month, and Pisces is a water sign. And it's a good time to really set intentions for healing and working through your fears. And it's a really good time for asking for help. I know we are not good with asking for help, are we? But we do, being in the water sign, being in the winter, we need to, hey, people that are jumping on, hi. We need to really work through our fears and heal from the things from our past. So that is something that is, I think, is really important. So let's see. So my first essential oil that I love to use in this January, February, March type of scene is cardamom. Now, cardamom is warm and sweet, and it's perfect for the winter months. It will help you with that sadness that comes along with it being dark all the time. It will help you with balancing emotions and confidence and grace. And it also helps with creativity and abundance. Okay. So, with that, it is also a water element essential oil. And that's something that I like to match up right away. Now, the essential oils, I am not using all water element essential oils. There's a whole laundry list of them. I chose essential oils that match the meanings of this new moon in Pisces, okay? Excuse me. So you're going to find a lot that comes in the new beginnings and creativity. You're going to find a lot with courage and clarity and healing in these essential oils that I picked. A lot of essential oils that work in the healing realm are in that water element realm, which makes sense, right? So again, cardamom is like one of my favorites, and it's warm and sweet. Now, usage wise, you're only going to use like 1 to 3 drops in anything that you're doing, or parts. Essential oils math can be a little confusing, but I do have a really great membership and a really great social medias for that. And one of the things that's going to be coming out is essential oil math, because I think it's important. But cardamom is really good as like a mid-level scent. And I think it mixes well with all of the oils that I'm going to cover right now. Now, we only have like 60 minutes or less here, and I want to make sure I get through all of them. But the next one that I feel is really important during this time is coriander seed, okay? Coriander is actually a fire element, though. And coriander is for new beginnings, balance, creativity, renewal, right? We're wanting to heal from things and start anew. It is really good for emotional clarity. That comes with healing things from your past also. So it's going to help assist you in these feelings and in these emotions that come up. It is also very helpful when you have mental fatigue due to chronic stress and overwhelming feelings, which, hello, it's winter, it's February, it's cold everywhere. Well, not here where I'm at in South Texas, but it's cold usually, and it is dreary. So, coriander seed actually blends very well with cardamom. Even though one is a fire element and one is a water element, they still absolutely blend well together. And just like cardamom, you're going to use 1 to 3 drops or parts with coriander seed, okay? The next essential oil that I love to use, and I love frankincense. Frankincense is the one I'm going on to next here. But frankincense I love to use because, and I'm going to say I love to use pretty much all of them because it's true. I do love to use all of them. There are some that I'm like, oh, it's not my favorite, but it blends well. And then it becomes I love to use, right? Okay, but frankincense is really, truly one of my favorite essential oils for spiritual uses. And that is because it not only helps with clarity and courage, but it helps you heal on all spiritual levels. But it also helps you in that emotional side too. It has a transformative nature. So it's going to go where you need it to go. It's going to help you no matter if you're down and you need to get, a little bit lifted up, it's going to help you on that level. But if you're feeling like you're flying too high and need to be a little bit more grounded, it's going to help you with that too. So it is also really great for clearing unwanted energies. Okay. Um, let's see. And that one is an air element. So see, I'm kind of bringing in different elements here, even though we are in the water element with Pisces. But this one also has a usage rate of 1 to 3. Okay. The next essential oil, and this one can be a little expensive. So I don't use a lot of it, but I do feel it's really important to have in your, even if you buy a little bottle, a little 5 milliliter bottle, I feel it's really important to have in your spiritual toolbox is helichrysum. Now, helichrysum has a very earthy scent. It is a water element. Helichrysum not only has a very physical healing level, but it also helps heal on an emotional level. It helps with inner strength. It is helpful in times when you absolutely need to heal, but you're struggling to overcome that diversity. Okay. Letting go of emotional trauma. Now, fear and anger. And it really helps you. Helichrysum will help you move through emotional burnout. Yes, but it is perfect for the final moon in the astrological calendar because it helps you transcend challenges and move into creative thinking. And I think that is huge. Okay. But its usage is only 1 to 2 drops or parts. So you don't need to use a lot. And again, it is a water element essential oil. And it blends in with all of these that I'm listing in this. The final one, now this is kind of a love it or hate it type of scent, but it really does blend well with almost anything. And that is patchouli. Patchouli is not my favorite. It is not an I love it scent, but it is really nicely blended down. So if you use it with helichrysum and frankincense and coriander seed, it will blend down and you're going to use it at only like 1 to 2 drops or parts. You don't need a lot, like 1 drop will give it to you. It is an earth element, obviously, because it's so super grounding and it is very centering. So when you are needing to heal and move off from the things of the past, this helps you stay grounded and centered. It helps you with clarity and purposeful action. It also helps when you're feeling down or depressed. If you have poor concentration or overwhelming feelings, it will absolutely help ground you and center you so that you can move through those feelings. It's not going to get rid of these feelings, it's going to help you move through them in a very smooth process. Those 5 essential oils are perfect for working anytime in the Pisces moon. Okay. So, more so, especially so, though, in the new moon when you're trying to manifest things. So, according to Yasmin Boland for Moonology, your new moon is your time for manifesting, but each moon has different meanings. Okay. And with that, I have now attached essential oils that go along with each one of these moons in each zodiac. So let's see. Let's kind of chit chat briefly on the different recipes that I pulled together for you. When you're creating essential oil recipes, you really want to look at one, what's the meaning? You want to bring together at least 2 to 3 essential oils to blend. Nothing, I don't ever blend more than 4. I've every once in a while blended 5 essential oils into a blend, but honestly, never more than 5 because you just then it becomes a hodgepodge and you miss out on a lot of the meanings behind them. But I like to do a nice solid blend of 3 essential oils. And for my first one, I put together patchouli, cardamom, and frankincense. And patchouli, I just did 1 drop. Cardamom, I did 1 drop too, or 1 part. And then I did frankincense at 2 drops because it really kind of mellowed it and centered that blend. And it becomes a very synergistic blend, which is great. Number 2 would be helichrysum and coriander. Now, again, helichrysum can be kind of expensive, but it has amazing qualities for not only physical healing. Like I had ankle surgery back in on Christmas Eve on December 21st, 24th, and I have been using helichrysum on my scar, and it has been helping bring that scar down, but it's also been helping ease the pain that's in it. So it does actually have physical pain benefits for the body. You can put it into muscle rubs, you can put it into oil rubs and things like that. But it also has really amazing spiritual and emotional benefits. All of these essential oils do. And there's proof that essential oils work on the physical body and on the mind. So the next one would be patchouli, coriander, and frankincense. And you can grab this handout. It's at links are in the description. But I did patchouli, coriander, and frankincense. I did coriander at 3 drops, you guys, because coriander has kind of a sweet yet grassy type scent, but I think that it helped mellow that patchouli down. Okay, and then the final blend that I did was frankincense, helichrysum, and cardamom. So frankincense I did at 2 drops, helichrysum at 2 drops in this one, but then I did cardamom at 1. So helichrysum has that more earthy, grounded type fragrance to it, where frankincense has that mid-level. So I brought that together, and then with that warmth of the cardamom, it really kind of balanced it all out. Okay. Let's see. So some of the writing prompts that I pulled together for this new moon, I'm hoping will help you move forward with your manifestation. Okay. You kind of have to clear the air before you start getting these thoughts down. And in this journal prompt, I also gave you an affirmation, and I want you to read those affirmations out loud. Okay. So the first writing prompt is about intentional healing, because again, remember, we're trying to heal the fears and we're trying to heal from our past year and our past. So what areas of my life most need healing right now? Jot a couple lines down about that. And then how can I practice compassion towards myself and gently support the healing of these emotional or physical wounds? Because, not all wounds are shown on the outside. The majority of them are on our heart, on our soul, on our minds. So you really want to make sure that you are choosing to heal with intention. And Carrie Briggs, one of my good friends, has some amazing breathing techniques to help regulate your body system. And that's something that you can do when you work with this particular new moon over the next 2-3 days. Okay. So your affirmation for this one is to say out loud, I choose to heal with intention, releasing fear and embracing wholeness in every breath. So, this is where just trying to center your breathing before you get into these journal prompts is huge. Okay. Let's see. So, take a few minutes to really jot these things down. I think it's important that you take and you don't just type them in. It's really important that you grab a pencil and you hand to paper, because that really sets that intention in place. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to face our fears. And this writing prompt is: what fears are currently holding me back from expressing my true self or pursuing my goals? Kind of interesting. So I did a tarot card reading last night for myself with the Crow Tarot deck. And I always look, when I'm looking at my tarot cards, which direction faces are pointing, or is there like a direction the card is moving? And I thought it was funny that, I mean, I had some great cards, but I also had some cards that really called me out on um my fears. And I know I have fears. Everybody has fears, right? But I'm getting ready to republish my book because I was afraid that I wouldn't have the right audience. I'm not talking to the right people, things like that. And and I realized when I came back and I brought myself back out of this fear mode that I'm in, the right people are going to find me, right? I mean, it's going to happen. There are people that want to learn about these things, and they also want to grow soulful businesses with the bath and body products that they make. So I decided to marry the two. And during this tarot card reading, I thought it was interesting that in order to gain success, this fear card was looking straight at the success, but so was the success card. They were looking straight at each other. And I was like, oh, I need to seriously take this seriously. So I started writing what were my fears, what's holding me back, what is stopping me from pursuing my goals, and how can I work with the intuitive, empathetic nature, energy, and nature of Pisces to gently acknowledge, transform, and release the fears that I'm holding on to, because I think we all are right now. There's so many uncertain things going on in the world. Money's a struggle everywhere we go. And, we're always uncertain on things. So that was one of the things the moon in Pisces is really pushing, is working through these fears, but in a gentle way. So using like the cardamom and the coriander seed oil and frankincense is great for when you're trying to work through these fears, okay? The affirmation that you're going to say out loud is: with courage and compassion, I face my fears and transform them into opportunities for growth and healing. Okay. And that's something that I think is huge. So jot down a few things. Really think about what's holding you back from manifesting the next stage of what you're wanting to be. Is it your business? Is it something personal? Really set back. And one of the things that you can do, I have a chapstick right here, but if it was my solid perfume that I made, I would actually put it on my wrists. I would put it behind my ears so that I could hear the messages that are coming through. I would use these essential oil blends, maybe just in an oil, and you can even just use them straight. Blend something and put a drop in your hand. Rub your hands together, breathe it in deep, do 3 really deep breaths, and then write down your journal prompts, okay? Um, oh, it's Calabar. My cat wants to go outside, but we live in an apartment, so he can't. So he gets very upset with us. Okay, so your next writing prompt is creative visualization. This month is not as long as last month, okay? So if I could envision my life as a blank canvas, what would I paint on it under the Pisces new moon? What dreams or images feel most alive in my imagination, and how can I nurture them into reality? So right now is a really good time to think on a more creative level. Use those essential oils, inhale them, breathe them in, and really think about what the next thing is that you want. Because next month we're going to do some planning, okay? We're going to really sit down and do like a 12-month visualization type planning, and we're going to use essential oils to do that. Well, we're actually going to pick one essential oil per month or per zodiac that we're going to want to use, that'll be the strength behind what we're trying to visualize and plan. So this month is letting those things go and really thinking, what kind of blank canvas, if I had one, what would I paint on it? And no, be gentle with yourself when you're doing this, because the Pisces moon is a time for gentleness. But here's your affirmation for this one. I vividly envision my dreams and nurture them with creativity, trust, and loving action, allowing them to flourish into reality. So, frankincense is a really good essential oil for this particular visualization. And you can even put a drop right on the top of your paper up here. You can put it in your hand, rub it, put your hands across your paper, that kind of thing. And I would use frankincense because, one, it is going to help you really be able to envision those dreams, but it moves with you. Remember, frankincense is the scent that kind of morphs with you. Now, one essential oil that I did not talk about, but I would also possibly use, is myrrh. I know, but myrrh helps you release the traumas of others. And I think that's huge, because how many other people's trauma do we hold on to for them? Right? I mean, so many. So if you are having a hard time releasing those fears, are they your fears, or is someone else projecting their fears onto you? And if that's the case, then put a drop of myrrh in your hand before you go to town to do your visualization, or you do your journaling, because myrrh, again, will help you release the trauma and the fears of others. So frankincense is going to adapt with you, where myrrh is going to help you release. And it's not releasing really your own traumas, it's releasing the ones that are being projected onto you from other people. And that is huge, okay? This month is kind of a shorter month. I don't have a whole bunch of what's it called it? A whole bunch of journal prompts this month. It's a little bit easier and more gentle. I didn't want to overload us with even more journal prompts because I hate journaling. But I found the more I do this, the more I get better at doing it, I should say. And I think you will too. So, I'm trying to think of anything super important. This one just may be a 30-minute. So this one might be just a little bit shorter. Make sure though, because I don't have a lot of folks on right now. If you're watching this on replay, just know you only have a couple days to work in this new moon. Today's the first cycle of it. Tomorrow is actually the new moon for a portion of the US, but then the 28th is actually the new moon in other time zones, and right. So this one kind of falls in a mid gap where it is over the 27th and the 28th, for depending on where you're at. One of the apps that I love to use, and I think it costs like $2 a year, is the Moon app. I love to use the Moon app. And literally that's what it's called, the Moon app. So I'm at 1.4% new moon right now. We will get the new moon tomorrow at 1940 something, I think. So that's like 7 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock p.m., 8 o'clock p.m. But for 24-hour time, folks, that we're a military 24-hour time household. So it's at the 1900 type hour there. But for others, it actually moves forward at that same time for you, where you're in different time zones. So check out the moon app to find out when it is in your time zone. But know that every month, the new moon is the time for manifestation. And the Pisces new moon is all about facing your fears, letting those fears go to be able to manifest what you want to dream and what you want in reality. So keep that in mind when you're doing your visualization for your manifesting. Be very specific about what you're wanting, and you can boost those things by using these 5 essential oils. So frankincense is one of my favorites, right? Coriander, patchouli, cardamom, though, is my number one go-to in the month of February, because of its warm sweetness. And then patchouli, did I say patchouli? If I did, I didn't. Okay, so those are the main essential oils that are perfect for this Pisces moon. Oh, helichrysum, that's the one I missed. Helichrysum. Again, I love helichrysum too. So cardamom and helichrysum, I guess, and then frankincense. If I were to rank them, it would go cardamom, helichrysum, frankincense, and then it would go coriander and patchouli. And then if I needed to release other people's traumas, then or fears, I would use myrrh. I know I didn't add it into the handout, so that's kind of a bonus in this video. So if you watched this far into it, you're getting some bonus content. But something to think about, just as a kind of reiteration, your new moon in Pisces is the time for manifesting using creative visualization. So this is when you really want to sit and visualize what it is you want. I'm getting ready to launch a relaunch of my book. I've actually rewritten my book. I am getting ready to launch it. It originally launched as The Shit I Wish I Knew before I started my maker business. I've added to it. I'm altering it a touch, and I'm re-releasing it, and I'm super excited. But I've been really fearful that, I already put this content out. Nobody's going to want to see it. But really, the content just keeps getting better over the years. And I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I've been working with essential oils for almost 15 years. And I have been formulating products since 2004. So literally 20 plus years now, at 2 decades. I know, and I don't look an day over 21. Okay, not really, but if you made it this far, there's my haha joke. But anyway, so I want you to look back over the past year and really be proud of the things that you've accomplished. That's one of my fears that I've been working through, is loving what I've accomplished and being proud of it. And that's not easy for a lot of us who have a hard time loving ourselves, for one, the self-love, self-appreciation, right? But having that confidence to stand up and put ourselves out there over and over again. And this is the moon to be gentle with yourself, but also really creatively think about what it is that you want. So with this, for me, for instance, I'm getting ready to launch that new book. So I'm putting all my visualizations into this book, getting out into all the right hands, all the right people seeing it. It's not quite as abrasive as the first book I put out. The first book I put out was very in your face. This one's a little more gentle, so it's kind of perfect that I'm getting ready to be launching it in this season. But it might actually be launching more so at the end of March, if I can get it set straight, because that's when the whole new astrological season kicks up, right? This is when we're going to be really digging in to how to bring what you're wanting into fruition. So, why people have asked me, why do I use essential oils to work in my spiritual workings? And why are they in my spiritual toolbox? Essential oils can deepen what you're wanting to do. So, if we're manifesting with certain zodiac and certain moons, then we want to amplify that. So, we're going to amplify it with the creativity side. And we're going to amplify it by releasing those fears. And doing that, I can put together a spray, and I have a great free recipe for that, and a cleansing one with salt. I also have a really great, you can just put it into oil, put a couple drops into some oil. You can use it straight, neat, right in your hand. Rub them together. You can put it behind your ears so that you can hear the messages that Spirit's trying to come, get to you. I also put a drop sometimes right in the middle of my forehead for my third eye chakra. I put it on my throat so that I can speak my truth. I will put it on the bottoms of my feet, these essential oil blends, to help me walk my truthful path, to get grounded, to center myself. So essential oils can be used to amplify what you're trying to accomplish. So why not use essential oils that go along with these certain moon cycles? If you follow my TikTok or my Instagram, or even here on, not as much on this YouTube channel, I'm starting to put more and more content on it, but YouTube it takes forever for YouTube to grab onto algorithms, where TikTok, you'll find more of my essential oils content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Same thing on Instagram. And I'll put those links in the description for when this goes on replay. But when I talk with essential oils in different moons, I'm also bringing those essential oils to the table because they fall in different elements: earth, air, water, fire, right? They fall into that. They also fall under specific zodiac signs. So you can use them across the board. And that's kind of something I noticed that was missing or lacking in our industry. Is, yeah, there's some books on it here and there, but there really wasn't anything super describing them. And I know I've done a lot of research. I have a lot of books on it, but attaching the essential oils to the moon cycles kind of helps you amplify what you're trying to do. Are we letting something go on the full moon? I'm going to amplify it with specific essential oils, right? Because it's the full moon in this zodiac. So there's different concepts that come to play, which is awesome. So if you made it this far with me, I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this once a month, every month for the new moon. And then eventually I'll start adding on different smaller videos too and again, follow my Instagram or TikTok, because that's where I'm really talking about twice a week. I throw an essential oil out for a moon cycle within a zodiac. And that's something that is really kind of new and exciting. There's really nobody else out there doing it. So you make sure you follow me. But if you did not get my handout, it has all of the prompts that you're going to need to journal in, but it also has all the affirmations already written on it versus last month where you had to do a lot of writing. It also has all of the content already filled in for the essential oils. So you don't have to write a bunch. I already did it for you. You just have to go get it at soulfulcrafting.kit.com, February new moon. The link is in not only chat, but it is actually in the description of this video. So I think that's it this time. If you're checking this out on replay and you have any questions, go ahead and pop them up. I'd be happy to answer them. If you are, again, following me on my different socials, that's awesome. But that's kind of it for tonight. Normally I run about an hour, but I didn't have a huge amount of questions that people kind of popped in and out. So I think I covered everything. Again, if you missed it, check out the description and the replay will be up shortly. So thank you guys. I appreciate you all for watching and supporting this channel. And you can join my membership if you want to learn how to create bath and body products in a soulful manner. If you are looking to start going back to the basics and learning how to make products the correct, safe, and stable way, I am doing that, but I'm doing it with a twist. I am bringing a spiritual twist into it, and I'm working heavily in the essential oils realm for you guys. So you will learn so much new content that I have never released before. Again, you may have found me as Miss Doyle Soapery or Formula Alchemist, and even under the Unique Makers. Those have all been brands that I've done over the last few years. I took some time away from the industry for about a year, and now I am back and I am bringing a twist to it, you guys. So thank you for joining me, and make sure you check out all the deets in the details below and click on some of those links to learn more. I'll see you guys later.